Hi, I'm Tayden.
Hi, I'm Savannah.
Hey guys, I'm Kate, and we're talking Season 3 of Spirit Riding Free. Episode 1 is called Lucky and the Long Way Home. Last season, Grayson sent Spirit to the auction.
We got some fine horses today, yes sirree.
And Lucky and her dad try to get to the auction to bid on Spirit.
But they don't have a number card because they didn't get there early enough.
1,050! Going!
1,050!
Go!
No! So, Spirit is sold to a woman named Miss McDonald.
Ms. McDonald bought Spirit? Lucky, I know her. She lives in Silverlode.
And Lucky barges in and is very rude.
Why, hello, Miss Granger. What are you doing here?
You have Spirit! I need to see him. He's mine, I swear, and I need to buy him back.
You have to give her back to me.
Yeah, she's just like, you have to give him back to me.
And Mrs.
McDonald's
McDonald
is just like, I don't have to do anything. Who do you girls think you
Abigail
are?
was so hilarious. She's like,
I'm Abigail Stone.
And then Prue is just like,
Stop it. But Lucky changes her tune and tells Miss McDonald how important Spirit is to her. And Miss McDonald tells Lucky,
I had a wild stallion when I was your age. Thunder was a good boy.
so she wouldn't want to take Spirit away from Lucky.
except when Lucky went to go back to get him.
Where's Spirit? I turned my back and he was gone. He can't be far.
They can't find him, and Spirit has to travel a long way to get to Meridero.
Abigail and Prue were like, maybe he's
just on his way back
I
to
bet you he's home tapping his hoof,
just waiting for us. But then right below that
Right
rock
there
they're
on
on
with Spirit reading there, and Lucky's like, okay, and I'm like, seriously?
Finally, he got out of the ditch, and he kind of did this long journey through the desert. He started running, but then eventually
He
he just
slowed
got
down.
so weak.
The two guys were trying to lasso Spirit, and the guys like lassoing thing, and then instead of lassoing Spirit, he lassoed the other guy next to him.
And then I'm just like, oh no, like get up before
think it
I
was,
get
like-
you.
Yatte.
And this kid helps Spirit gets back home.
He gives him water, so he drinks, and he gets back on his journey.
Lucky couldn't sleep. She missed him so much
she
that
slept
couldn't
in
sleep.
his stall.
She went into the stall, she was crying, and she slept right underneath the sign that read
That was
Spirit.
one of the parts where I cried, actually.
Uh-huh.
Spirit? Spirit, I'm coming!
And then she starts running as fast as she can.
Spirit! I'm here! I'm here.
Episode 2 is called Lucky and the New Governor. The girls find out there's a mare in Spirit's herd that's pregnant.
That is one pregnant horse. She must be due any day now.
The horses won't let them get too close.
Especially Smoke. Smoke was very
Yeah,
standoffish.
Smoke was just not letting them go in. He was like,
Dad!
Meanwhile, Aunt Cora is getting the girls ready for the governor's ball.
Prue, Abigail, I will teach you everything I can. And Lucky, you could do with a refresher.
she had to teach Abigail how to curtsy and walk, but she had to also teach Prue how to talk better.
When I put on this hat, I will be the governor. And you will be at the governor's ball, casually talking in public.
So like Aunt Cora would ask her something and she'd be like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
I know she, like,
Blah, 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 blah.
They teach them how to walk, talk, and dance.
You are all just lovely.
Thank you.
And such proper young ladies.
Thank you.
Charmed, I'm sure. They're about to go to the ball. Then Spirit has to show them something.
Lucky was like, oh my gosh, Spirit, what's wrong? Is everything okay? And Spirit was just like, nah.
And he was like pointing his hoof behind him.
There's the mare! Let's go! We have to be careful. The horses are so upset they might attack.
And eventually, by holding on to the side of Spirit and Spirit like kind of standing off Smoke and like kind of beating him up a little bit, they were able to get to the mare and like examine her.
The foal is breech.
So the horse, you're supposed to obviously have your head
Head
coming
come
out
out
first,
first.
just like with a normal baby. This horse was backwards, so its butt would have been coming out first, and that's not good.
'Cause
So she had to. So what her had to do is she had to flip the horse around the other way while it was still inside of the mare, which was tricky business.
And then they all have to help deliver the baby horse.
I got him! Hey, that little guy needs a name.
Oh, I know.
And then she's just like, oh, what name should I give him? And then she threw out a bunch of ones, like,
Banana.
then Lucky's just like, what about governor in honor of the ball? And then they're just like, governor, that's perfect.
I know.
And when they deliver their horse, their dresses get so dirty.
All of them were dirty and they felt like they couldn't go to the ball, but Lucky said, I forgot to tell you the most important part of the ball, to have fun. Come on, and she dragged them in there.
Yes.
And I'll bet we missed the stuffy part.
Oh, honestly. Episode 3 is called Lucky and the Risky Rescue. So Grayson has purchased the pond that the girls like to fish in.
What you girls doing on my land?
Your land?
We always fish here.
Well, say goodbye to the fishies. I bought this property with the money I got selling that sorry horse.
I'm sorry, but this is illegal, so get off my property. And then just like, fine, we'll go find someplace else to fish.
Grayson's like so mean. And the girls don't like him.
Then after that, they met Mixley in the woods.
Yeah.
He was the one who helped Spirit in episode 1.
So Spirit was really excited to see him, and Lucky's just like, stay back, Spirit. And then he ran up to him, and then Lucky's just like, oh, did you help Spirit when he was hurt?
Thank you. Mixley has his own horse named Crow, and he lives in the forest.
So you live out here by yourself?
Yes,
Wow.
it can be hard, but here, I am free.
They kind of hung out with him for a little bit, and then the pals headed back to Miradera because they had to get home for dinner, obviously. And then they heard a...
No, Spirit, it's okay. Was that a gun?
That's Crow, but where's Mixley?
Grayson gets Mixley arrested.
Mixley!
Lucky!
Mixley, are you okay?
No, they will not let me leave.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, like, seriously.
Really?
And they want to send Mixley back to Pine Forest. So far away.
So then, of course, because the pals are the pals, and obviously because Lucky is Lucky, they just have to come up with a scheme.
Mixley is on a train, and they have to stop the train.
I've got it all figured out. The train to Pine Forks leaves at 1:10, which is perfect since we're in school until 2.
But we're in school until 2.
Exactly. Airtight alibi.
But at that part, I was like, what the heck? They get out at school at 2? I get out at 3. She's so lucky. Abigail did her part. She took this cart and took off the cartwheel.
Gotta get this cartwheel. Cartwheel! Get it, Boomerang?
Whoa, Lily! Whoa.
Lucky sneaked aboard on the train.
And in a daring attempt, Lucky gets him out in the nick of time.
Bye, Grayson!
Grayson comes to Lucky's house and is so mad. But Lucky's dad says they were in school, so they couldn't have done it.
But
There you have it. Now, if you don't mind, get off my property.
fine. But you keep your daughter off mine.
They were definitely not in school, but Lucky's dad was really cool.
Once Mr. Grayson left, Lucky turned around and said, her dad was just like,
Nope. I don't want to hear.
I don't want to hear it.
As far as I know, you were in school until 2, and that's how I want it to stay.
Episode 4 is called Lucky and the Field Trip Fraud. Miss Flores and Lucky's dad organizes a fossil field trip.
Mr. Prescott comes in and does a speech about being an explorer. He was the guest for the day.
So, who's ready to go back in time when thunder lizards ruled this vast frontier?
Gross!
Look!
The explorer's kissing teacher!
Lucky is not happy about it. I mean, her dad with a teacher.
They won't stop calling Lucky teacher's pet after
And then it's
that.
like, I saw it with my own 2 eyes, explorer's kissing teacher.
No wonder teacher keeps calling on you. You're her favorite. She called on me once. You're the teacher's pet. I am not.
And Lucky is not a teacher's pet. I mean, I would know. I'm teacher's pet. And so they go on the fossil dig.
It's okay, Lucky. Maybe this whole teacher's pet thing will blow over.
It'll be fine. I've got a plan.
The whole time, Lucky tries to get in trouble. And I think it's funny that she actually wanted to get in trouble.
Because she didn't want to be the teacher's pet anymore.
You weren't supposed to bring your horses, and she brought Spirit in, but everything she tried reversed on her.
Miss Flores!
Yes.
Lucky brought that horse. Oops, guess he caught me.
Wonderful. Look! Spirit has found our first fossil.
And they're all finding bones so easily. Then we find out Miss Flores just planted cow bones.
They heard Miss Flores sobbing in her tent and like being like, please don't let me mess everything up.
And now everyone is talking about newspapers and getting famous, and soon everybody will find out. And oh, I'm letting the entire class down. Why do you have a bucket?
They had this snake to bring in, trying to get Lucky in trouble.
There's a snake in the bucket.
If we're really being honest, there was a snake in the bucket.
So Lucky and Miss Flores make a deal. Lucky will take credit for the fake bones as long as Miss Flores gets her in trouble.
You won't be laughing when you're stuck in detention for a whole week.
A week?
That's right. You'll get no special treatment from me, young lady.
And at the end of the trip, Spirit finds real dinosaur bones. Episode 5 is Lucky and the Shaky Day. This episode starts with the girl swinging over a big break in the railroad tracks.
Whoa. Lucky, what are you doing?
I'm coming, Abigail.
And she jumps and then it cuts into a black screen and says, 1 day earlier.
So now we're back a day earlier and Lucky's learning new tricks from Javier. Javier's like pretty cool and Lucky's got a big crush on him.
She sees and hears that he is going to be in a rodeo, and when she gets home, she asks her dad if she can go see it, but her dad's like, nope, you gotta go to school.
Okay, I know you're upset.
Because you're being unreasonable. You care more about Miss Flores than you do about me.
You are going to school, and that's the only place you'll be going for a long time because you are grounded.
Fine.
And then Lucky's dad leaves to go on a business trip. And then there's an earthquake in the town.
What's happening?
Earthquake.
Earthquake!
And then it destroys a railroad bridge.
The bridge! The 3 o'clock train from Silverlode. It'll be coming any minute.
But get this, Lucky's dad is on the train, heading towards that bridge.
We have to save him.
The last thing she did was fight. She could not have that happen.
She was just so guilty at that point.
Prue brings this rope and she lassos it around a tree.
That she always has on Chica Linda.
She swung across and got to the other side and said,
Yes, 'cause
here,
she-
Abigail, try.
She jumped and she grabbed it and then she's just like,
Just let go. I've got you.
It's too far. Let go. I can't. Help.
and then Lucky's just like, I got it. And then she runs
Lucky
and it slows her
took a
slow
step
motion.
back.
I can't believe it.
Abigail finds 2 pieces of flint and she rubs them together to make fire like Lucky's dad taught them to. So the train ends up seeing the smokes and he's like, whoa, and he slowed down his brakes. Mr. Prescott once they saw the broken bridge, they're like, oh no. So Lucky's dad was thinking quickly and he let out steam.
Let out all the steam out of the engine
and it
to stop it.
literally right at the edge. Once the train is completely stopped, Lucky's dad comes out and Lucky runs up to him and gives him the biggest hug ever, and she doesn't even mind being grounded then.
I'm so sorry. I take back everything I said. I never want you to leave again. I love you.
When they're going home, Aunt Cora shows them just how messed up their house is.
We are dining out tonight.
Episode 6 is Lucky and the Golden Opportunity. Lucky and her friends think they struck gold when they find a hole in the ground.
And since the earthquake has just happened, the ground was shaky, so she ended up falling into the hole.
The earthquake might have made the ground. Unstable.
They throw down some matches for Lucky to light, and she's like, oh my gosh.
Pals, I think there's gold down here.
What are you gonna do with your share of the gold?
On their way there, they were dreaming like all these things they could get with their gold.
They store all the gold in the hayloft in the barn.
Julian comes in to the barn and they're just like, we can't tell Julian. And then he's just like, tell me what? And then they're just like, nothing.
Prue and Abigail, so good to see you.
And we are seeing you too.
Come here, Abigail.
Abigail! Sorry. I don't perform well under pressure.
When Lucky finally agreed to let Julian help them, Julian convinced them that they shouldn't tell their parents because he said they're just gonna use it on all responsible stuff.
I know money, and I know how to get things done. Administration, that's what this operation needs.
He's telling everyone up to no good already.
We found a gold mine. We're all going to be rich.
The younger kids want to go down in the mine.
But you won't let us into the mine, remember? We're sick of toting buckets.
Yeah. So the kids are in the barn delivering a thing of gold, and then Maricela comes in and because she had overheard them talking about how, talking
More
about
like
the mission.
spying.
Yeah, she was spying.
If I was your boss, I'd let you go down into that mine as much as you wanted. That way, you'd see what the big kids are hiding from you.
And then she takes them, and then she starts to put them on a rope to lower them down.
But when they do, they get stuck.
You're sure you're okay?
We're fine. You didn't tell us there are mine cars down here we can race. It's kind of fun being trapped.
So they helped the kids get out of the hole. But they did make this bet with them: if they stopped and stayed calm in the hole, they'd give them half the gold.
Deal.
Julian, grab that. Typical. I bet he's going to rat us out so he doesn't get in trouble.
As soon as that happened, Julian ran away. He was going to steal the gold.
That's when Prue's dad tells them that it's actually fool's gold.
It turns out the gold is worthless.
Looks like gold, but it's just iron. Fooled plenty of folks in Mary Daryl's early days.
Come on, if they wouldn't have listened to Julian in the first place and just told their parents and showed them it.
If Julian has a plan, don't follow it.
And then Julian and Maricela had to rebuild the barn.
It's Lucky's fault. This was her idea. She should be the one toiling away.
It wasn't Lucky, Mr. Granger. It was all me.
Episode 7 is called Lucky and the Lion. Governor and his mother are attacked by a mountain lion. Meanwhile, Lucky and her friends are giving a riding lesson to Aunt Cora.
Gracious! Help! It's okay, Miss Prescott. Just hang on.
Where is he taking me?
Back to the barn.
Probably. Mr. Granger comes back with a hurt governor.
Dad, what's going on?
What happened to Governor?
Yeah, and where's his mom?
And says Governor's mom didn't make it. He says no one should go riding till the mountain lion moves on.
It'll be gone in a few days, and then you can ride again, but until then, you do not ride.
Meanwhile, Aunt Cora introduces Lucky to the Prescott family quilt.
It tells the story of our family. For generations, Prescott women have sewn a panel for every important family event.
It has all these different patches from different parts of their family's history. That night, there's a thunderstorm.
It started to be a stormy night, and Spirit wanted to go check on his herd. Spirit didn't come back for a while, so Lucky was getting worried.
Spirit hasn't come back yet. I'm sure he survived many a lightning storm before you ever met him.
It's not just the storm. That mountain lion.
So she sneaks out.
Maybe a long hot bath will help calm me down.
She took Clancy
and
put
plopped him in the
Clancy in the bathtub.
So Lucky finally finds Spirit,
And finds that Spirit's been injured by the mountain lion.
and then she hears this growl, and she looks. She can't
looks
find
around,
the
she
mountain
can't
lion.
find the mountain lion. Then she looks back.
The mountain lion threatens Lucky and Spirit.
And then they're saved by Aunt Cora.
Get away from my niece!
And Aunt Cora is riding Senior Carrot.
She brought this gun and she put it in the air.
She went,
and then
yeah,
it
'cause as she was riding,
scared the mountain lion. And then they nursed Spirit back to health.
And that's the end of the whole season.
You're gonna hear me about the